Okay, this is where we left off in the last session. We just finished with these rocks here. And now we're going to work on this block here, block number 4. Okay, as usual, we're going to turn off everything that we don't need on. I'm going to turn off all the plants, leave these guys and this guy here. I think what we'll be doing is each time we add something, we may be adjusting the colors on these a little bit more to get more of what we want. So that's why I'm going to leave them on. And then what we're going to do is create a copy of this guy. This is our template. And then as usual, I'm going to turn the luminosity all the way down to black. And now we're ready to start reshaping this guy. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a marker. And you probably noticed that I have marker pen 2 and then I have the marker pen up here. The difference is that I just added some stuff. It's a copy of the one that Clip Studio has, and it's just so that I can change sizes. I can also soften it. So like this, it really doesn't have any real big changes to it. It's just that I like to have some things on, like maybe more stabilization. Let me see if I did. Yeah, I've got stabilization on, and that's just to help it when I draw a line. It just kind of makes it smoother. Okay, now what I want to do with this guy is I really want him to come from the third, right somewhere right here, and come out and round. And what I want to try to do is create a reverse, kind of a bow effect here. He's going to come down and then bring this down, and then like that on the rest of the way down. Okay, and then we'll just fill that in. You want to make sure when you fill that in that you do have this checked, otherwise it'll do your whole screen. Okay, is that how we want it? Yeah, I think so. Then, because see, then I can put some highlights here and highlights and bring our bow continuously around, and then this will stay dark back here because we're going to have that plant here just like what we did here. Okay, I'm going to add a layer, and this is going to be my painting layer here, and I'm going to click on this layer, which will give me my search, marquee and everything. Okay, so I'll move this guy out of the way because he's usually, let me put him down here because I'm not going to need really those controls. What I need is to be able to get into here. Okay, so it looks like right there I have something going on, which is understandable. So I'm going to turn off the search, and then I colored it in on the wrong. I needed it to be on this one, and then come back to this, and then click on that layer there to get my search back. Okay, now we're only going to have the front of this highlighted. Everything else is going to be black, so this should be fairly easy, and it's going to be very, very close to these rocks back here. As far as it's going to be pushed back just a little bit further than these guys are. Okay, so what I'm going to do, pick white, that would help. Pick my white ink. Okay, now I notice that I have this brush on, and I'm thinking I'm going to keep it because this is rougher. I really was meaning to get my other brush, but and I thought I had it selected. I wasn't paying attention, but this felt so much like it. But see how it is got a lot more texture in it, and I can't make it blur. So that's okay, because I think, like I said, I think this is what I want to have. And because I want this to be more kind of rougher. It's going to be in between what we did with these big rocks down here and what we're going to do with those other blocks of rocks that are, you know, further away. And we're going to do the last two in a single run because it's so simple. And this is not too bad either, really. Back out just a little bit so I can see this as a whole and try to figure out where I think it's going. And these guys, of course, I want to, and I may change this to go around more because I think that's, you know, how it would be really in nature. And the trick to this is just kind of, you're touching the tablet just a little bit and seeing what forms. And you'll start to see something if it, you know, if it doesn't form soon, just leave it, walk away. But it's almost like you're feeling where these guys, these crevices, these creases would be. And the one thing, once you get it, you're not going to want to stop, and that's bad. You got to stop because you got to save some of this black in here. Don't destroy the black. And what we'll do is we're just going to have, see, further back we'll go, the lighter it's going to get, and the further apart they'll be, you know, because, you know, this is all in the shadows back here. It's a lot easier to start simpler and then work your way up. Add detail as you work your way up, but don't try to do it all at once. If you feel like you're doing it too much, move away and just go do something else. Let's see what this now looks like in full screen. I'm going to turn the... Oh, I think that's probably all I need. What we're going to do is add another layer here. Now I'm not going to put any texture in it because actually the paint itself became the texture, but what I am going to do is I need to push it back just like this guy here. So I'm going to come here and pick a color, and I think I want to go pretty close to whatever this is. Let's try that. And we want this to be on hard light, so yeah, and we can see it's too much, but that's okay because you can change it. That just, I knew it was going to be something, but you know, darken it just a little bit. Find that magic spot right there, do a more. Okay, and there we got something that's way back there. And what I'm going to do, just kind of blur some of these edges here. Wondering, I'm going to test something out here. Yeah, you definitely do not want that. And egg glow, yeah, egg glow might be okay. Try hard light. Hard light, oh. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this go through, and that, there we go. Okay. That's it for that one. Let's see what it looks like with the sun rays in, and not much different because sun rays don't hit it as much, but that's pretty much what I wanted. Now, I would have liked this to be a little, oh, I know. What we're going to do, because there is one step that I forgot. Add another layer here, and put that search marquee on, and I'm going to go to the gradient, and I'm going forward to transparent. So this is our forward color, and I want this to be dark, so I am going to I think take my mouse right to left. Let's see. Yeah, that's the right one, but I want a little bit to keep a little bit more, and let's angle it a bit. Let's angle it a little bit more. Okay. Get close. There we go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is turn this into darken. Let's try multiply. Just for fun, let's try overlay. I think I might like overlay. What does hard light do? Well, overlay was better. Okay, see, because it kept some of those edges a little better. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to go with. And so that means, though, that I can adjust this a little bit. Let's give it just, yeah, there we go. And I want to give more saturation. It feels like it. Yeah. It's feeling better. Now, we'll keep adjusting as we go. Like now, this one feels too green. And so let's come back to block 1, this one here. And let's move it more towards blue. Yeah, that feels a little bit better because, like I said, this is close to us. So this is supposed to be a lot of shadow, and then this has got a lot of shadow but further away, and so on and so forth. Now this one here should be closer to this one, so we might be able to darken it up. Let's try it. It's already got a lot of blue in it, but what if we'll just play around with it. Let's give it some more saturation, because closer means more saturation. And we can darken it just a little bit. Okay, I think that's where we're going to stop here, but let's, bring in our plants and start to see, how these are going to really stand out. And the fun part is once we get this, we get these two guys in, which are going to be really quick, and then we get the sand down here in, which is a little slower. That'll take a little bit of time. We want all these shadows and everything, things that'll start to tie it all together.